the German past perfect tense, or also Plusquamperfekt. That already sounds quite complicated, right? But to be honest, it isn't. The base is the perfect tense. And in this video, I will show you how you can create the German past perfect tense, Plusquamperfekt, and I will show you also when you have to use it, but I will also show you a common mistake of native speakers in spoken language. Hi, my name is Jan and I'm your German teacher here on EasyDeutsch, your YouTube channel for German grammar. Today's topic is the Plusquamperfekt, German past perfect. So, how do we create the Plusquamperfekt? Complicated word. The base is always the same, it's the perfect tense. And in order to show you how it's done, we will switch now into my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily. So we're here now in my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily. Today's topic is Plusquamperfekt, so the past perfect tense in German. Let's have a look. The Plusquamperfekt is also called Vorvergangenheit, and with this past tense we express that an action occurred before a specific point in time in the past. So we use the Plusquamperfekt usually in a narrative about the past whenever we look back on something that actually happened before something else we are talking about, just like in English. There's no difference here. So let's have a look at a few examples. Beim Fußballturnier schoss Jan 3 Tore. This is a simple past in German preteritum. At the football tournament, Jan shoot 3 goals. Word by word. Hatte vorher viel trainiert. So he had been exercising or training a lot before. So this is the first event that already happened in the past. And then we have something that has happened before this. And that's when we use the past perfect, Plusquamperfekt. Same thing in English here and German. Second example, als zu Hause ankam, hatte sie schon gegessen. So when he or as he arrived home, first event, in the simple past, hatte sie schon gegessen. She had eaten already. So here we have the first event, he came home, that's past. And then we have an event that happened even before that. So it's past perfect, Plusquamperfekt in German. There's no difference here between English and German. To have a better overview in a timeline for you, this is the now, so this is when we're actually talking about it. So, ich traf mich mit meiner Freundin, so I have met my girlfriend, which is actually the second event, nachdem ich die Hausaufgaben gemacht hatte. So, I met my girlfriend after I have done my homework. This happens first. This happens afterwards. So the timeline, the first event is the one in Plusquamperfekt, past perfect. And then the second event is the one in preteritum or perfect tense, because it happened after the first event. So the Plusquamperfekt is always happening before the perfect or preteritum sentence. How do we use it? How do we build it? And that's very similar to the regular perfect tense that you know. We use the auxiliary verbs sein and haben plus the past participle, so Partizip 2, but we put sein and haben into preteritum, so simple past. Instead of ich bin gelaufen, it's ich war gelaufen, because this is the preteritum version of it. If you don't know preteritum yet, I highly recommend you check this out before in the info cards. I will link it for you. I will link there the video of perfect tense as well, if you don't know what perfect tense is yet, and or if you want to repeat it, because the construction is the same. And very important, if you're not quite sure yet what's Partizip 2, past participle, please check out my video about past participle that I will link for you in the info cards here as well. So there you have it. It's either to be or to have, simply in preteritum, and then we add the Partizip 2. So when do we actually use sein and when do we use haben? It's exactly the same like in perfect tense for movements from A to B and changes of status or conditions. We use sein as well as for the verbs sein, werden and bleiben. Everything else uses haben as auxiliary verb. So a few tips on when to actually use the past perfect. Usually it's used after trigger words, so signal words, because in spoken language we usually use it exclusively after those, because it's somehow leaving us no choice, because it's a clear indicator of that. And the most common signal words are nachdem, before and als. Nachdem die Prüfung bestanden hatte, hat gefeiert. So after he had passed the exam, he has been partying. Bevor ich das Auto gekauft habe, hatte ich lange gespart. Before I have bought the car, I had saved money for a long time. Als ich ankam, waren alle schon gegangen. When I arrived, everybody else was gone. And here you see those are obviously clear indicators that there's one happening after another. And if the first event or the new event is already in the past, the other one has happened before, then we actually use it. But without those, we mostly don't. Incorrectly, to be honest. So if you're in an exam, you still have to really pay attention to this. Spoken language, yeah, not so much. Like nobody will stop you if you don't actually use it, if you just use double the perfect or the preteritum. For example, hat das Rennen gewonnen, hatte vorher viel trainiert. So he has won the race, he had practiced, trained a lot before. But often you will actually listen to hat das Rennen gewonnen, hat vorher viel trainiert. So he has won the race, he has practiced a lot before. This is technically incorrect, but still used quite often in spoken colloquial language, because we like to make it simple. The situation gives it already that this is one happened before the other. But yeah, in theory that's incorrect, but I think with Plusquamperfekt it's a little bit similar to the genitive. It's phased out slowly, because in spoken language we like to simplify stuff. But again, in exams, pay attention to it. In spoken language, it doesn't matter too much. Also, if you wonder, the ebook that you see here doesn't have the translation of all those examples, but I give them obviously to you here in the video. But if you actually buy that ebook, you will get an extra file with translations of all the examples, because I think it's very important that you actually understand what's going on in the sentence and what would that be in English. So if you buy the ebook, don't worry about the meaning of those sentences. You will get an extra file with the translations of all simple phrases. I hope you've learned a lot today, and I've earned your subscription and the like for this video. A like and a subscription, if you haven't done it yet, is a great support for my YouTube channel. If you want to support me even further or you like the content that you've just seen, you can also buy the ebook that I've used to create this video. This is an even greater support for me and my channel. The link for this you will find in the video description below, and there are also more than 10 ebooks, not just this one, on all different topics about German grammar like prepositions, cases, connectors. And all my explanations focus on the 95% of the words that usually work just according to the system. Different from many other explanations about German grammar, I do not focus on the other 5% because, in my opinion, if you focus too much on perfectionism, those 5% will stand in your way to actually master the 95%. And let's be honest, if you get 95% correct, then you're pretty damn good. So let's focus on those 95% always onwards from now. And then I hope I will see you soon again in one of my other videos. And until then, viel Spaß und Erfolg beim Deutschlernen.